Alright guys, welcome back to Kitchen Table Magic. Tonight we are going to be unboxing all of the Theros Beyond Death product that we finally got. It came a little bit later than what we expected, but it's here now, so let's go ahead and get to cracking into things.
So these are going to be, from my understanding, the way you explained it, these are going to be the last Planeswalker decks that they're...
Yeah, I think for next year. Only one that'll have Planeswalker decks is Core 2021. Every other set now will come out with 2 commander decks similar to this.
Okay. So what we've decided is I'm going to take the Elspeth deck, which is a mono white with legendary Planeswalker Elspeth. And you're going to take
the Ashiok Sculptor of Fears, which is a blue-black deck. So I imagine it's a blue-black control.
And then what we normally do is we split the booster pack. There's 36 packs in here. We split it even. We just pull one right after the other, and then we each get our own bundle pack. And the reason why we've always done it this way is because the bundles come with things like the special lands sometimes, comes with the dice, now the oversized dice, which I'm loving. So we each get our own of these, we split this, and we each take one of the Planeswalkers. So I'm just going to move this out the way, and we'll break into these because the Planeswalker decks do come with some...
1 or 2 packs. And actually, this time they put in a special card, I think.
Is it going to be like...
It's one of the Constellation cards.
Is it like a random chance pull, or...
It's an automatic.
Okay. Oh my gosh, I suck at opening these things. Okay.
So we got Ashiok, Sculptor of Fears here. She or he, nobody quite knows what the gender of this Planeswalker is a 6 mana drop Planeswalker who has a loyalty of 4, and you can +2 it to draw a card, and each player puts the top 2 cards of their library into the graveyard. You can -5 it, put target creature card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. And -11, you gain control of all creatures target opponent control.
Sounds about right for a black card. So Elspeth's triggers. She's 2 and 3 white for a 5 counter when she comes in. +2, put a 1/1 counter on each of up to 2 target creatures. -2, search your library and or graveyard for a card named Sunlit Hoplite and put it onto the battlefield. If you search your library this way, shuffle it. And then her -8, until end of turn, creatures you control gain flying and get +X, where X is your devotion to white. Ooh, I like.
You get this little
deck box
usually with the Planeswalker on it.
Which I've got to say, I've kept every single one that I've ever got, and I love them. They're a little bit oversized, so when you put these sleeves on these cards, they still fit. Not double sleeve, but I don't know anybody that would double sleeve these decks.
You get a little deal telling you how the deck's supposed to work.
It goes into a little bit of the lore behind the deck, and then how to play the deck, which is handy.
And then you get a full deck, 60 card deck, in 2 packs if you feel like you want to upgrade your deck.
What they encourage you to do is play with it and then crack your packs and then upgrade. But we always pretty much just play them straight up anyway.
You get 2 cards, not going to show the code on that.
Oh yeah, I forgot. That's the one with the code. Okay. Those are, now you can redeem these decks online for the arena gameplay.
So this deck, it's rare, is a Gravebreaker Lamia, which is a pretty good card actually. A Ashiok's Forerunner, which you get 2 of these it looks like. These are the cards that'll help me go tutor up my Ashiok, I think from the graveyard or the library. And then the Constellation Timurit, Chosen from Death.
You've played with that one a lot on Arena.
Yep.
In mine, the rares include Tyrannica, Acheron Veteran, and I'm sorry, I'm probably butchering all the ways you say these, 3/3 with Vigilance, and you get to untap another target creature you control when this one attacks. And until end of turn, that creature has base power and toughness 4/4 and gains indestructible. That's pretty powerful on its own.
Yeah.
Elspeth's Devotee, 2 and 2 white for a 3/3 human soldier. When it enters your battlefield, you may search your library or graveyard for a card named Elspeth, Undaunted Hero. So it's the Elspeth tutor for the deck. And then Archon of Falling Stars, which I've got to say I love the art on. It's really pretty. And it's colors that you don't normally see on a white card. That blue-red background. Flying 4/4 Archon. And then the legendary enchantment creature in this one is Daxos, Blessed by the Sun. His toughness is equal to your devotion to white. So he comes in as a 2. And then the multiplier, or what is that called? The variable? And then she likes a lot of flyers, that's for sure. She's got a lot of them in here.
This looks like a lot of discard. This looks like this deck plays with a lot of getting your creatures into the graveyard, because I see the new escape mechanic on some of them. It looks like getting your opponent's creatures in the graveyard, because here's a mill card. Here's another mill card, So
you'll definitely see some gameplay with these decks. We like to try to play them as is for a while. Pretty much ever.
For a little bit. Yeah, I don't ever.
I think the only reason I broke one of them up was my Oko one, when I built an actual Oko deck.
Usually I tear them apart when they rotate out and use the card's another thing.
So one of the things with this set, and I don't know if we've already mentioned it, is it's heavily geared towards enchantments. So enchantment creatures, enchantment auras, enchantments, period. And honestly, one of my first memories of old Magic cards was these ones that have the enchantment, not the border necessarily, but the artwork that has the sparkles.
Nixian
yeah, is that what it's?
essence.
The
Yeah.
Nixian essence. I called it the sparkles.
The sparkles, the Nixian spark or what is it? Nixian sparkles. So let's see what we got here. Go through these commons real quick. We got a Sage of Mysteries with Constellation. This is a mill card. Whenever an enchantment enters the battlefield under your control, target player puts top 2 cards of their library into their graveyard. So this card would slip very well into this deck. I got Escape Velocity, which is a red enchantment that gives a creature +1/+0 and haste. And you also get to use the escape mechanic on this, so you can keep casting it out of the graveyard. A Devourer of Memory, which is already in this deck, so that would be good, is whenever one or more cards are put into your graveyard from your library, Devourer of Memories gets +1/+1 until end of turn and can't be blocked. And then for a blue-black and a colorless, you can put the top card of your library into your graveyard. And then my rare is a Temple of Malice.
You always get the lands.
Yes, and these aren't very good lands.
My rare is Heliod's Intervention.
Did you get that?
Yep, I got this.
And the Nightmare token for
there you go.
the Ashiok from the set.
Heliod's Intervention, X and 2 white, and you get to choose one. Destroy X target artifacts and or enchantments, and target player gains twice X life. I would love that in some of my commander decks that I've got going.
Well,
Just saying. Now I've got one.
See what this pack brings. Follow the story. Well, that's a false advertisement, because there was more like a 2-paragraph story.
Whatever. Captivating Unicorn. I got to admit, I'm glad to see more unicorns start coming. I want to build a unicorn deck.
Well, it might be fun.
And I
want to build a Minotaur deck, so.
Ooh, that's what we should do. Fantastical Beasts. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll make our own.
A Centaur deck. There's some Chimera.
So there are some alternate art in this as well, correct?
Yeah, that Daxos that you got was the alternate for that card, and the Timorant was the alternate.
And is that only in uncommons and
There's
rares?
Just
rares.
think all the gods have them, and all the demigods.
Okay.
I think are the ones that
Ooh, I got one you might like. A 2/1 Death Touch Zombie Merfolk.
Yep.
Mire Triton. Oh, I like it. I like it a
We got
lot.
Enemy of the Enlightened, which is an enchantment creature demon. When he's a 6-mana 5/5 flyer, he gets -1/1 for each card in the opponent's hand. At the beginning of my upkeep, each player discards a card. We got Anix, Hardened and Forward, which is one of the demigods. He's a 3-mana with a star and a 3. His power is equal to your devotion to red. This guy's actually pretty good for token decks. Whenever Anix or another non-token creature you control dies, create a 1/1 red satyr creature token with this creature can't block. If the creature had 4 or greater, create 2 of those tokens instead.
Nice.
Then we got Alseid of Life's Bounty, which is a 1-mana 1/1 with lifelink that you can sacrifice to protect a creature from any color of your choice. And then we got the Saga, the Akroan War, which is one of my favorite sagas actually, because it lets you gain control of target creature on step 1. Step 2 is until your next turn, creatures of your opponents have to attack. And step 3, each tapped creature deals damage to itself.
Oh, wow.
And then we got a foil, Elysian Caryatid. Yeah, I butchered that on stream too. And one of the red manas.
So I'm not going to go through all my uncommons just because this is going to take us hours if we go through everything. But I do like my rare.
That guy,
yeah,
good.
Druid of the Elysian Grove. It's a 2/4 nymph. You may play an additional land on each of your turns, and lands you control are every basic land type in addition to their other types. So I hit a really awesome green rare, and then I got a foil Pegasus. So I'm pretty stoked with that set that I just got. That was cool. So that was just our couple basic packs that came with our
Planeswalker Decks.
Do we want to do this one first or these?
It don't matter, whichever one you want to do first.
Let's do this.
Alright, now, the one thing I'm a little disappointed at in this one is they didn't give you a pack of the Constellation Land. They gave you a pack with just basic art from the Theros set, which you can only get in this, because every other thing you open is going to have the Constellation Land.
Oh, well then that's cool. Ooh, and what's this? Oh, just a insert.
Yeah. Here's the box. Pretty cool looking box with Elspeth and her mask. Ooh, look at this die.
Oh wow! Oh,
Man, that's a cool colored die.
Oh, I love it. It's like kind of marbly almost.
Yeah.
I know the camera's not going to pick this up, but it's like turquoise with dark blue numbering, and then it's like, oh no, it's like pearlescent is how that's called, right?
Yeah, no, that's a cool die.
That's my favorite dice so far, and look how pretty it looks on my plate.
So then we got our foil land pack, and we got a foil alternate art of Arasta of the Endless Web. So this is the alternate artwork for this one. You can only get this from the bundle pack.
With these basics?
This one right here. That.
Oh.
It's a legendary creature spider. That whenever an opponent casts an instant or sorcery, you get to create a 1/2 green spider creature token with reach. And then here's the basic land for this Theros set that they only made for this bundle pack. And it looks like there's only 2 of each.
But they're pretty.
So.
Oh, wow. Those are really cool.
Oh yeah, I do like them. They are definitely into. Let me see the forests here.
I like the forest with the pillars.
Yeah, I like that too. So that's
and then
that.
that's the basics, the other one. I like the ones with chains. Is that relevant to the story then?
Probably.
The chains and the pillars?
Probably part of the underworld. Most of this set takes place in the underworld. There's some of it that takes place on the land. And then you get your 10 packs. Bright, shiny, foily blue.
Right?
Let's start opening here. I'm going to open it. Who's this guy named? Calyx, I think.
Who's that? Is that my
That's
Elspeth?
Elspeth.
Elspeth? Okay. She looks different. Ooh. Unknown Shores makes a return.
Alter the Pantheon. That's good for devotion decks, especially if you're doing 2 colors, really, because it adds
helps.
1 to each color in devotion. Wings of Hubris, I kind of like that just for flavor text. It's like the Wings of Icarus.
Oh, yeah. Hateful Eidolon, I think is how it's said. A black creature with lifelink.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Yeah, I like it. That's
Satyr's
fun.
Cunning, I've played that plenty in the Satyr deck. I like that card quite a bit. It's not very good, but Omen of the Hunt.
A nightmare card, although
Look at that.
the artwork is really dark on that.
Omen of the Hunt.
Nice.
Omen of the Sea.
got a mythic.
Next is probably one of the god. Oh no, the bowl, which is
Ox
surprisingly
of Aganos.
like $6, and I don't know why.
Really?
'Cause I don't know what.
3 and 2 red for a 4/2 Ox. When it enters the battlefield, discard your hand, then draw 3 cards. Escape for 2 red. Exile 8 other cards from your graveyard. It escapes with a +1/1 counter on it.
We got Heroes of Reveler, Sweet Oblivion. I like that art. It's kind of weird and wonky. Ooh, the Slaughter Priest of Mogus, and Timurit Calls the Dead, which is a saga that on chapters 1 and 2, you put top 3 cards of your library into your graveyard, then you may exile a creature or enchantment card from your graveyard. If you do, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. And then the third one, you may gain X life and scry X, where X is the number of zombies you control.
No, really?
Oh yeah.
No, you
And then
don't
I got
need
a tentacle token.
that. Oh my goodness. Oh my
I haven't been
goodness.
separating my cards.
You're funny. Oh, whoa, that's cool. Gorgon Cleric, 3/3 for 3 and a black with Death Touch. That's a huge Death Touch. When it enters the battlefield, put the top 3 cards of your library into your graveyard. That's cool.
Yep, there's the promo art for Ikoria, the Lair of Behemoth, which is the next set.
You keep looking at your back cards.
Yeah, it's because they come out like that
Oh.
when I open my pad.
I just flip them right back over.
Let's see. Heliod's Pilgrim, Inspiring Awe, a Grim Physician.
Oh, I hit another one of my Daxos.
Oh, cool. Infuriate, a Moss Viper, a 1/1 little Death Touch snake.
Oh, I like him.
Oh, Nyxborn Colossus.
That's gorgeous artwork. The Banishing Light artwork.
Oh yeah, I love that card too. Oh yeah, yeah.
What'd you
yeah.
get? What'd you get?
Trancing Lyre, one of
Nice.
my favorite.
What's it do?
It's a 3-mana artifact. You may choose not to untap Entrancing Lyre during your untap step. You can pay X and tap this to tap target creature with power X or less. It doesn't untap during its controller's untap step for as long as Entrancing Lyre remains tapped.
Oh, nice.
Oop, Renata, Called to the Hunt, another demigod.
Nice. I got Wave Break
Whoa!
Boat Camp. And apparently it's going to be
I got a Clothis, God of Destiny,
The
Constellation.
the alt art. Oh, that's pretty. That's awesome. That's a good card too, right? Like,
Yeah, it's interesting. I have to see how.
that's funny. Mine is just a 2/2 horsefish. What is a horsefish? Whenever you cast your first spell during each opponent's turn, draw a card. I like that though. That's a cool. And I didn't mention it at the beginning, but when these arts were previewed, I was in love. I'm pretty sure I'm going to use these for all my decks for now until Infinity. I love them.
I guess I could read Clothis.
Yeah. Since it's a mythic, we probably should.
It's a 3-mana, 4/5 god that has indestructible. And as long as your devotion to red and green is less than 7, it isn't a creature. At the beginning of your pre-combat main phase, exile target card from a graveyard. If it was a land card, add red or green. Otherwise, you gain 2 life, and Clothis deals 2 damage to each opponent.
Nice.
Sorry, I wasn't expected to be pulling that out.
I know, it totally blew your mind.
Whoa!
Ooh, that's cool.
I like this Sentinel's Eyes, that's pretty good.
Sleep of the Dead, 1 blue, tap target creature. That's a pretty common blue trick, but that's a cool artwork
It's a
for it.
Tessin Skirmisher. I like that one. I played with that a couple times. I like this Thrill of Possibility.
The art.
It's a reprint from the last set we just had, but
Ooh.
I like the flavor text. Right now, in these first moments of creation, it is simultaneously nothing and everything.
I like this one.
Oh,
1 in a
Destiny
green,
Spinner.
2/3 human. Creature and enchantment spells you control can't be countered.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Pay 3 in a green. Target land you control becomes an XX elemental creature with trample and haste, where X is the number of enchantments you control. It's still a land.
So I got Farika Spawn, which is a Gorgon that can escape with 1/1 counters on it. Underworld Fires deals 1 damage to each creature and each planeswalker. Ooh, I was hoping I'd get this. Siona, Captain of the Pyleus. This is good for enchantments. And oh yeah, Kunaros, Hound of Athreos, the Cerberus.
That's funny. That was that blue card that I just was talking about shows him being put to sleep. See?
Oh yeah.
Well, not put to sleep.
Vigilance,
Made to
Menace,
sleep.
Lifelink. Creature cards and graveyards can't enter battlefields, and players can't cast spells from graveyards.
I like the flavor of
And
him
then I
a
got
lot.
a foily blue island.
No fair! I want the foil blue island. Oh, this is the Wings of Fever you're talking about.
Yeah, it's like
Icarus, yep. I like the flavor a lot
I
of
love
most of these
Theros. I
cards.
think
Yeah.
this is probably let's see, this is probably my second favorite.
Ooh, I got Timurit.
I like Timurit. He's pretty good.
Glimpse of Freedom. That reminds me of the blue ley line, doesn't it? A little
yeah.
bit. The artwork, a little bit, or is it? No, it's the it's the mana from Ixalan, maybe, that had like all the spiralies in it.
Oh yeah, no, that was the Kaladesh.
Kaladesh. Oh, okay.
Let's see, I got a Triumph of Annex, a Mischievous Chimera, Mystic Repel, and a Phoenix of the Ash, which...
Thassa.
Ooh, you got a Thassa, which is
Deep
probably
Dwelling.
actually one of the better gods in the set.
Legendary enchantment creature god. 6/5 for 3 and a blue. Indestructible. As long as your devotion to blue is less than 5, she isn't a creature. At the beginning of your end step, I can exile up to 1 other creature I control, then return that card to the battlefield under my control. So, good for triggering multiple ETB triggers.
And I got a Goat token that had a little bend on it.
Yeah, my card did too, but I wasn't sure. It was my first card in this set, and I was thinking maybe it was because of how I opened.
Well, there's Lampad of Death's Vigil. I like Grim Position.
Ooh, I like that art.
Traveler's Amber.
Ah, we hit it at the same time, and that was the first time I saw the art for it. I like that one.
Oh, Stampede Rider. I hope I get this at Satyr Lord. That's one of my favorite cards. Infuriate, I like that. Grumpy Minotaur. Ooh, this little guy's good for mana. I've played with him recently. Little 2/1/1 plant.
Oh, I like that. Impending Doom. 2 in a red for an enchantment aura. You get to enchant a creature. Gets +3/3 and attacks each combat if able.
This box.
When it dies, impending damage deals 3 damage to that
like
creature.
all my tokens are kind of bent.
I think it's the way you're opening, because
But
mine haven't.
I got an Uro, Titan of Nature's Wrath. That's another mythic.
Yeah?
This
So
is
you
a,
hit 2 mythics in your
This
box?
is a 6/6 for 3 mana. When he enters the battlefield, sacrifice it unless it escaped. Whenever Uro enters the battlefield or attacks, you gain 3 life and draw a card. Then you may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield. And then for 2 blue, 2 green, and exiling 5 cards from your graveyard, you can bring them back from the graveyard.
Nice. That's a lot of text for one dude, yeah?
Yep.
The rare I hit was Citizen Champion.
That's a good one.
I know, that's why I was like, I was reading him. He has Constellation. He's a 1/3 human warrior for 2 and a green. Whenever an enchantment enters the battlefield under your control, put a 1/1 counter on him and draw a card. So he bumps himself and
Oh,
is
yeah.
good card draw.
I love playing with that card on Arena.
And he's little, so you can get him out fast.
Omen of the Dead. I think I've almost got all of them, but the red one. Warbler Blessing, that's a good enchantment. Bronze Sword.
Ooh, one with the stars, 3 and a blue for an enchantment aura. Creature or enchantment. So I could enchant an enchantment creature. Enchanted permanent is an enchantment and loses all other card types. Man. So like I can hit one of your creatures and it would stop doing anything, yeah?
Yeah. That's that one that turns things into an enchantment. Yeah, it's a little weird, turning an enchantment into an enchantment.
But it's so I can hit an enchantment creature.
Yeah, I got a Furious Rise. I'm getting a lot of the cards that I wanted. Here's a Eutropia. She's the uncommon human wizard with Constellation. That anytime an enchantment enters the battlefield under your control, put a 1/1 counter on target creature and it gains flying until end of turn.
Nice.
And then I got this one that I've been wanting too. Ephemia the Cacophony. This is a 2-mana legendary creature Harpy. It's a 2/1 with flying, and at the beginning of your end step, you may exile an enchantment card from your graveyard. If you do, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token.
No! Stop with the zombie stuff! Really?
Foily Swamp.
Oh my gosh, you've hit 2 foil lands?
A Forest.
I guess we get foils anyway. I hit a foil of that zombie Marco. And then I also hit Archon of Sun's Grace, which is in my deck too, right?
I don't think that one's in your deck.
It looked familiar.
But that is a good one.
I thought I hit it. No.
Especially
It's a different Archon. It was
Pegasus
this Archon.
decks, if I remember right.
Yeah. Flying lifelink 3/4. Pegasus creatures you control have lifelink. And it also has Constellation, which says whenever an enchantment enters the battlefield, create a 2/2 white Pegasus creature token with flying. So yeah, I think I'm gonna like that one a lot.
I do. That card's pretty good.
Yeah.
Separate my legendary creatures.
Oh, I'll just do that later. I'm not keeping track. There's a lot of legendaries in this set, isn't there? Or is there?
Yeah,
is
there
normal?
is quite a bit.
Ooh, I haven't hit that common yet. Witness of Tomorrows. I like the title.
There's a Sunmane Pegasus, or Sunmane Pegasus.
Sunmane.
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 Here's a Sleeping Dead.
Good job.
Oh, I think I've got the whole Omen set now. I like this Relentless Pursuit.
Warden of the Chained. You know where this is going, don't you? In my Brawl deck.
Oh.
4/4 trample. Warden of the Chain can't attack unless you control another creature with power 4 or greater. He would fit right in
I
with
got my own Dexos now.
Did your elbow just pop?
Yep. Here's a Satyr Berserker for.
Wow.
Oh, you got the Nyx Lotus.
I like it.
That's a good card. It's beautiful. I love the art.
This is definitely going to be my next playmat. That's my favorite artwork I've seen in a long time.
I got a Labyrinth of Scophos.
Legendary artifact for 4. Enters tapped. Then I can tap it and choose a color. Add any amount of mana of that color equal to your devotion to that color. Wow, that's powerful, yeah? For a monocolored deck, that doubles probably your mana. Easy.
I didn't get as good as land as she did. Or no,
That's
that's
not
an
even a
artifact.
land, yeah.
It's a land. With mine's tap, add a colorless, or I can pay for and tap it and remove target attacking or blocking creature from combat.
I do like the artwork on that one. That was cute.
Yeah, it's
That's
the
cool.
Labyrinth City of the Minotaurs.
Grim Physician. One
Oh
black
yeah.
for a 1/1 zombie. I knew you would like this guy.
He goes in my -1/1 counter deck.
When he dies, target creature an opponent controls gets -1/1 until end of turn. I believe that. I can see that.
Thaumaturgus Familiar. Don't know how to say that. I like this guy actually. The zombie satyr. When he dies, you create a goat. Temple Thief is good in this set.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it can't be blocked by enchantments or enchanted creatures.
Threnody Singer. A 1 and a blue for a 1/3 siren with flash and flying. When it enters the battlefield, target creature and opponent controls get -X, -0 until end of turn, where X is your devotion to blue.
Regular Tim right now.
Ooh.
Nessie and Wander, that's good.
Artist Oracle of Truth. of Half-Truth. 2, a blue and a black for a 3/2 legendary creature human advisor. Is this one in your deck?
No.
Man, I'm going crazy.
Ashiok's Thought Erasure. This is the only card that can counter uncounterable spells that say they can't be countered.
Yeah?
Yep, it says flash. When it enters the battlefield, exile target spell. But somehow that gets around the uncounterable spell because it's exiling it.
It's not
technically
countering it. Yeah.
Your opponent can't cast spells with the same name as the exiled card, and when it leaves the battlefield, return the exiled card to its owner's hand. Forest and a Seer.
That is really cool. I like that one. I have Soon Mane Pegasus too.
Soon Mane!
Soon Mane! Good job, sir. Making up words. Dude, I got 2 Omen of the Dead, or 3 Omen of the Dead, but I haven't hit hardly any of the others.
I've gotten at least, I think, one of all of them.
Oh, I saw this. This is one of like their main promo arts, right?
Yeah, Thirst of Meaning.
Uh-huh. I like that title too. I like a lot of the
Rain.
cards names.
Myers Grass. Love that card.
Oh, then I hit another Omen.
Loatham, Chimera. Ichthyomorphosis.
If you hadn't played Arena already, you would not know how to say that. But let's just be 100% above board here. Like, you would not know how to say that.
Impending Doom.
Oh, I hit the green saga.
And Archon of Sun's Grace is what I got.
Wait, what's a gold token do?
It's like a treasure token.
Oh, I haven't gotten one yet, I guess. Ooh, pretty. Final Death Foil. I like that. Oh, but I just put my... I didn't even finish reading my saga because I saw the foil.
It's the first Olympic Games.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah,
I get it, like track. Yeah, it looks like track and field. Sports. Create a 1/1 white human soldier creature token. Put 3 1/1 counters on target creature you control. If you control a creature with power 4 or greater, draw 2 cards and then create a gold token. I like that. I like the sagas
Omen
because
of the Sun.
they add value in like a commander type situation because it just keeps building.
Parametric Blessing. That's like the white version of that green spell you used to play against me all the time.
What?
From Kaladesh, that blocked everything or protected all your creatures.
What are you talking about? I don't even remember.
I guess
What's it do? What's it do?
Target creature gets +2 until end of turn. If it's an enchanted creature or enchantment creature, it gains hexproof and indestructible until end of turn.
Blossoming Defense.
Yeah.
Okay. You triggered me.
Hyrix Tower Scout, Riptide Turtle. The Soul Guide Lantern. This is what you need against graveyard decks.
Yeah. Ooh, it's pretty too.
When,
I got the Viper! Sorry.
When Soul Guide Lantern enters the battlefield, you get an exile target card from a graveyard. You can tap this, sacrifice it to exile each opponent's graveyard, and tap, sacrifice this. You can also draw a card.
Nice.
Acolyte of Affliction.
Ooh.
Clothis' design. Oh, I got a Nyx Lotus.
I got a Tyrannica, which is in my deck. I do remember. So I can upgrade.
I did get me a Nyx Lotus.
Oh, shit!
You got one of the special Planeswalkers?
No, because that was my rare. I hit a foil.
Ooh.
Shadow Spear.
Oh!
Oh, that's awesome.
Man, that's a good one.
Yeah. A 1-cost legendary artifact equipment. Equipped creature gets +1/1 and has trample and lifelink. Pay 1. Permanent your opponent's control lose hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. And I can equip it for 2. Holy freak. This is my favorite card.
Whoa! That's a good poll.
I know, right? Oh, and then I'm messing up. I'm messing up my piles. Oh my lord! I can't believe that.
And I got Kraken.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh my gosh. I was reading her and I saw the foil and I was like, wait a second.
Shadow Spear.
Oh, I love it. Okay. Alright. I'm game. Oh my gosh. Okay. So Do we want to start picking these?
Yeah.
Do you want to rearrange how you're set up, or?
I'm just gonna go through my pile for real quick from my
To sort.
Planeswalker deck.
I'm just gonna do this real quick. I'm gonna leave my rares and stuff out, but I'm gonna put these over here.
Just so I can get some of this stuff put away right.
We are not the most organized. That are for sure. How do I want to do this?
So there's an uncommon. Common. All these uncommons. And commons. And this foily dude here goes in that pile. I'm going to scoop off these commons. Scoop off these uncommons. Leave my lands.
Oops.
Leave my tokens. And leave my foils and rares and some all that stuff.
All that jazz. All that jazz.
Shape your destiny.
Woo-hoo. Is that what it says? It does. Okay.
Alright.
I think I went first last time, so you can go first.
I'm
I'm taking Severus, or how do they call him in this set?
Kunaros.
Kunaros? He's Severus.
Give me that Severus. Give me
Severus.
that Calyx. Give me that. Give me that Ultimate. Calyx. Kunaros. Take this Calyx. And this Severus. Elspeth. Another Calyx. Another Elspeth.
I'm so excited!
Another Calyx.
Like, I'm not even putting any thought into this. I'm just like, I want my cards.
Another that one. I guess I'll take a Calyx. So let's start with Kunaros.
You're starting with your the puppers. I'm going to start with, what you keep calling him, Calyx?
I think so. Can't remember his name. Okay. Ichthyomorphosis. Deny the Divine. Pretty cool card. Soul Reaper of Mogis.
Ooh, Arena Trickster. I like the, fancy hand thing.
Unknown Shores. That was from from Ixalan.
Oh man, I'm gonna have a full playset of them now. I think.
Return to Nature.
Oh, score! So you own a Captain of Pyleas, 1 a green and a white for a 2/2 human soldier legendary creature. Is that the Amazons? It looks like.
I think so. Lagona Band Storyteller, Favored of Iroas, Inevitable End, and another Kunaros.
I got Nightmare Shepherd.
Ooh, I like that card.
Enchantment creature demon, 2 and 2 black for a 4/4 flyer.
I'd give you that Kunaros.
No. We might trade later, but I don't even know the cards yet. Whenever another non-token creature you control dies, you may exile it. If you do, create a token that's a copy of that creature, except it's a 1/1 and it's a nightmare in addition to its other types.
It's good for ETB creatures.
Yeah, because you're not trying to pull them back for their power or toughness. That makes sense, because they turn little.
Riptide Turtle. Stampede Rider. Memory Drain. Trickster. Scopos Maid Warden. He's the one that actually...
Oh, I like the little beetle. Or I guess it's an
that
insect.
thing's good, actually.
A 2/2 green insect. At the beginning of your combat on your turn, if you control another creature with power 4 or greater, put a 1/1 on him. Ooh, he gets big fast, Jeff.
Oh yeah. Medomai's Prophecy, Thundering Chariot, and Thassa's Oracle, which is an alternate win condition card.
Guess what?
What?
Mantle of the Wolf.
Ooh.
I'm hitting some really good green ones. Yeah?
That's not good because she likes green cards.
Oh, I like. Enchanted creature gets +4/4 when Mantle of the Wolf is put into a graveyard from the battlefield. Create 2/2 green. Oh, that's hard to say. Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, Thirst for Me.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, I got another paper. I totally think I'm seeing my deck come together.
Irosis's Blessing. That's a hard card to say.
Oh, that's a cool mana.
Funeral Rites.
You don't usually see an actual plant.
No,
creature.
I like that card actually. I've played with it quite a bit.
It's a good mana rock.
Dreadful Apathy.
Ooh.
Ooh, yes, a Vanishing Light.
Look at the swirlies.
Ooh, yeah.
So many swirlies and sparklies.
Stinging.
All three of my uncommons have like the swirlies on them.
And then I got one of the interventions. Nylia's Intervention, the green one. For 2 green and an X, you can choose one. Search your library for up to X land cards, reel them. Put them in your hand, shuffle your library, or it deals twice X damage to each creature it's flying.
Nice. I got Gallicus, I think is that how you say it?
Oh yeah.
Gallicos.
Something like that.
Crafter of Wonders. 1, a blue and a red. And he's a 2/4 Merfolk Artificer. And I actually, I watched this artwork. I don't know if I told you. I watched the artist paint this. Ryan Pancoast, and I'm sorry if I'm saying it wrong.
Is that the guy that did the Layla one?
Uh-huh. I follow him on YouTube. He's a traditional artist, so this is like a huge, like, I don't know, 18 by 20 canvas that he printed this on, that he painted this on. And there is so much detail in it, it's crazy. So I'm really glad I got this. So
cool.
If we ever go to a convention or anything, we might take some of them and get them signed. Because,
Definitely.
Man, I love his artwork.
Yeah, I like his Layla.
No, it's the black creature.
Yeah.
The lady with the wine goblet.
Yeah,
Layla?
I can't. I play with her so much.
Yeah, the one with the like. This
Yeah, I know which one it is.
I'm trying to. If I visualize the card, I can remember. I'm drawing a blank too. Shoot, because we watched that one together.
I got it over there.
Go grab it. It's gonna drive me crazy. No, I'm just messing. But yeah, I watched this one come together too, and I thought it was really interesting because when he was there, we go. Thank you. Because when he was doing like the glitters around the guy's head, I was like, what? I didn't have a vision for what he was doing, but he clearly did.
Mire Triton. That's my first Mire Triton. Oh man.
And I've gotten a full playset already.
I got the Nadir Kraken, the 3 mana, 2/3, that whenever you draw a card, you may pay 1, and if you do, put a 1/1 counter on it, and you get to create a 1/1 blue tentacle creature token.
There you go. That's why you got the tentacle.
Ooh, Annex, the hard
the constellation art, is that what we're calling them?
Yeah,
is that how they're called?
That's what they're called.
The alternate art.
What'd you get out of that pack?
Another green card. That green card, to be specific.
Oh, Nylia.
5/6 God, indestructible. As long as your devotion to green is less than 5, not a creature. Creature spells you cost 1 less to cast. 2 and a green, reveal the top card of your library. If it's a creature card, put it into your hand. Otherwise, you may put it into your graveyard. I like the condition there that you may put it, because if you don't want to, you don't have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got the Tectonic Giant, and then I got a Renata, a Glimpse, and probably my favorite aura in the whole set is Hydra's Growth, 3 mana, enchant creature. When it enters the battlefield, put a 1/1 counter on enchanted creature. And at the beginning of your upkeep, double the number of 1/1 counters on enchanted creature.
Holy crow! I hope I hit that one too.
And then Tectonic Giant is a 4 mana, 3/4. Whenever he attacks or becomes a target of a spell, choose one. It deals 3 damage to each opponent. Or I get to exile the top 2 cards of my library. I get to choose one of them until end of turn. I can play that card.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, if you already hit this card and I didn't see it and make a comment, oh my lord, that's a freaky art. That's insane.
Yeah, that's a little weird.
Aspect of Lamprey, an enchantment aura. Enchant creature you control. It enters the battlefield, target opponent discards 2 cards, and enchanted creature has lifelink. It's like a leech on somebody's mouth.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
A little different.
I mean, it's...
Yeah, there it is.
Okay. I didn't know if you hit it already and I just didn't see it. That's insane. Oh, I got the White Saga.
That's a good. I like that one. Ooh, you got Calyx Destiny's Hand.
Full art. Full art.
Dang, what's her with always pulling those?
And then I hit a foil in this
I got a Tyrannica.
So Calyx Destiny's Hand is 2 a green and a white for a 4. What is it? 4
Loyalty.
Thank you. I couldn't come up with the word. Planeswalker. +1. Look at the. Oh god, he has a lot of text. It's like teeny tiny. Look at the difference in that text size.
He does a lot.
Look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal an enchantment card from among them and put that card into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. -3. Exile target creature or enchantment you don't control until target enchantment you control leaves the battlefield. -7. Return all enchantment cards from your graveyard to the battlefield. Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Wow,
I like it.
Cool card too. And then the foil I hit was Ferris
Nessie and Bulwer, the best fling material there ever.
To be fair though, I've hit 6 of these. So I'm not getting tokens like you didn't get tokens last time.
I'm getting token galore.
I'm not. I would be showing them if I got them because I like some of the token artwork, but I'm not hitting them.
I keep getting these locator ones.
Which ones?
Dang, you were hitting all the pulls out of this box.
I know. It's my excitement, man. Ooh! Ooh. I don't know what the card does yet because I haven't finished reading, but that artwork is sick.
Oh, that's actually a crazy card.
Minions return 2 and a black for an enchantment aura. Flash enchant creature. When enchanted creature dies, return that card to the battlefield under your control. So I can flash it out, hit something that I'm about to kill on your side, and then it becomes mine. Nice.
And then I got Heliod, the Sun Crowned.
Nice.
He's a 3-mana 5/5 indestructible. As long as your devotion to white is less than 5, it isn't a creature. Whenever you gain life, put a 1/1 counter on target creature or enchantment you control. And then for 1 and a white, another target creature gains lifelink until end of turn.
That's pretty powerful. That one has a lot of text too.
Oh yeah, most of God.
I got Eidolon of Obstruction, I think is how it said. 1 and a white for a 2/1 spirit enchantment creature with first strike and defense against opponents' planeswalkers, because loyalty abilities of planeswalkers your opponents control cost one more to activate. I like that. Makes some of your stuff more expensive. You're making a really funny face right now, just for the record.
I got Galia of the Endless Dance.
Nice.
Which is one of the cards I wanted.
There you go.
The Satyr.
Yeah, I was going to say, isn't that the Satyr you were?
And then I got a foil, Renata.
Oh, pretty.
Alternate.
That's really pretty. Can I see? Ooh, I like that. The constellation. I like the dark text box. I think that's cool.
Yeah.
It makes it look like a Starry Night. Sorry.
It's alright.
That's pretty.
Dang, she gets all the new planeswalkers all the time. And in full art.
Yep. What can I say? I'm just lucky that way.
I would like to get a Ashiok. Oh, I got the blue.
Oh, I was going to say, did you just hit Ashiok as you called it up Ashiok?
This is a good card. It's like Curious Obsession from Ixalan. But I got the blue demigod, Caliphate, beloved of the sea. I got a Woe Strider, is a rare. One of the cards I wanted for my black sacrifice decks.
Okay, I got a card that
I got a foil Galia of the Endless
in the same pack? In the same pack, or is that the same?
That's a different pack.
That's not cool. So that means you can trade me the other one, right? Okay, explain this to me. Underworld Breach. 1 in a red for an enchantment that says each non-land card in your graveyard has escape. The escape cost is equal to the card's mana cost plus exile 3 other cards from your graveyard. At the beginning of the end steps, sacrifice Underworld Breach. So basically what I do is I cast it, I pull something out, and then I throw him away. So he's basically just letting one thing escape.
Yeah.
Or multiple things, depending how late, if I've got the mana.
Mana and cards.
Okay.
You got.
I didn't understand that. That's a difficult card.
I haven't tried that yet.
You've not played with that one?
No.
Yeah, that one looks really complicated. You know what that one reminds me of? That you have to build a really specific deck for is Imminent Doom. I tried so hard to make Imminent Doom work, and I can see me trying that one too. To just trigger something out.
Eat to Extinction.
What?
Which is a good removal. Exile target creature or planeswalker. Look at the top card of your library. You may put that card into your graveyard. And then I got a foil Omen of the Forge. Man, I gotta slow down. I'm way ahead.
You Dancing Liar. I'm sorry, because I hit my planeswalker and like stopped.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, I got the Labyrinth too.
Yeah, that's cool. There's a card in here that actually wants you to use that card. It's a Minotaur.
Yeah. Oh, that makes sense though. You know why?
Because
of the Hercules myth.
Yeah, that's the Minotaur City.
Ooh, that's my first Omen of the Sun.
Shield.
Oh, nice. I liked the flavor on that one too. Ooh, third Viper. I'm getting closer to complete that.
Haktos the Unscarred.
Nice.
This is
I
Achilles.
like the Omen art.
This is what this card's based off.
Yeah, because of the
Haktos the Unscarred attacks each. He's a 4 mana, 2 white, 2 red for a 6/1. He has to attack each turn if able. As Haktos enters the battlefield, choose 2, 3, or 4 at random. Haktos has protection from each converted mana cost other than the chosen number.
Oh, because he has a weakness.
Yeah, he has 1 weakness. It's whatever mana one you roll.
I like this. Cling to Dust for 1 black mana. Exile target card from a graveyard. Anybody's. So if you're in Commander, you can hit anybody.
Yeah.
If it was a creature card, you gain 3 life. Otherwise, you draw a card. And this card has Escape, 3 and a black, and exile 5 other cards from the graveyard. And then I got Heliod's Intervention, which isn't that what I had in there? Or did I hit it earlier? I just hit it earlier.
And then I got Kiora, the Sea God.
Nice!
For 5, 6, 7 mana on your first turn, you create a 8/8 blue Kraken creature token with hexproof.
No!
Part 2, you tap all non-land permanents.
You're coming up with all the fun words today.
Tap all non-land permanents target opponent controls. They don't untap during their controller's next untap step. Part 3, gain control of target permanent and opponent controls. Untap it.
Okay, that's a lot of text for sure. Ooh, Dream Shaper Shaman. 5/4 Minotaur Shaman for 5 and a red. At the beginning of your end step, you may pay 2 and a red and sacrifice non-land permanent. If you do, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a non-land permanent card. Put it onto the battlefield and the rest on the bottom of your library.
Oh, that's fun.
Ooh!
Timeric Calls the Dead. I got a regular Daxos. I got a regular Clothis, God of Destiny. And
so you've hit 2 of him then?
Yeah.
Because you had the Constellation, right? That was the other one you got?
Yeah.
Oh, she's cool! I haven't hit her yet. Oread of Mountain's Blaze, 1 in a red for a 1/3 nymph. Just really cool artwork, yeah?
Ooh, Elspeth's Nightmare. Looks like something that
that
wall
is cool.
out of Star Wars, the Han Solo stuck in.
Because of the inlay into the metal?
Yeah. I got another Eutropia and a Temple of Deceit.
Oh, that's funny. These 2 cards back to back, look at how similar they look. Yeah?
Yeah.
That pretty purple.
I got another Temple.
Ooh, Return to Nature, 1 in a green. Destroy target artifact, or enchantment, or exile target. I like that. Whoops. Was that a missed call? No, that's an email alert. Sweet Oblivion.
Yeah, that's
a weird. Yeah, that's a weird card.
Another Ashiok's Erasure.
Scored. I hit another Dryad.
I think we've hit our mythic limit for this box.
Probably. Because I hit 1 and you hit 2, right?
You hit 2, I think.
Did I hit 2?
Because you
No.
hit the Green God as a mythic.
I only hit the... Oh.
I hit the Green God. You hit the Green God.
I hit the Green
White
God and then the Planeswalker.
I hit the Destiny God.
Okay.
So chances of getting another Planeswalker are kind of slim.
I'm sorry. I keep stealing all the fun cards. Ooh.
No, I like Illyrios Raptured. We haven't seen that one yet.
What's it do?
He's a 2/3 legendary creature human, and his power and toughness is 2/3. He enters the battlefield tapped. He doesn't untap during your untap step if you control a reflection. When he enters the battlefield, create a 3/2 blue reflection creature token. Another Timurit.
Oh, I hit Temple of Malice. My first
and
duel
the
land.
Crowan War. My last pack.
Oh shoot, I am really far behind. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're fine. Don't hurry. You're enjoying the cards.
I am. I'm always so much slower than you, though.
You stopped and read your long, wordy Planeswalker and was
Right?
flashing it around to everybody. Hero of the Nyxborn. And another Grave Breaker Lamia for my closeout.
Storm's Wrath, 2 and 2 red for a sorcery, deals 4 damage to each creature and each planeswalker. That's good for a red card that's struggling later, mid to late game, yeah?
Yeah.
'Cause I can take out some pretty big threats with that.
Oh yeah, that's a Wrath card.
Mm-hmm. Is that another one of the series?
No, they just don't print those very often.
What do you mean by Wrath card then? I don't understand.
It hits a lot of things. Look at it again. Yeah, it deals 4 damage to everything.
Yeah, to everything. It's just like
board white. It's like a red board white. Like Wrath of God was the white one.
Oh, sugar. Okay, so my rare was the blue-white dual land, but then my foil.
Ooh, the
blue
Thrix.
and giant.
Is
Yeah.
that who his name is?
Yeah. 3 and 2 blue for a 4/5 elemental giant legendary creature. Flash flying. Spells you cast with converted mana cost 5 or greater cost 1 less to cast and can't be countered. Hoo-wee. He are powerful. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like him. Thrix, the Sudden Storm. So is there advantage to playing him as Flash?
He's just a big body and
That you might not. And so does he protect himself then? Because his ability says spells you cast with converted mana cost 5 or greater cost 1 less to cast and can't be countered. He has to hit the battlefield for that to happen, right? Okay. So he could be countered.
That's why you want to play it fly.
Because then you're probably tapped on mana. I can't do anything. That makes sense.
Usually.
Got another beetle.
I don't think I even got one beetle.
That was only my second. And then the white saga. Ooh, that's pretty artwork.
Oh, Elspeth.
It looks like a mosaic tile, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't look and see if the other ones looked like that too.
They're all different.
Are they?
Everyone's a different type of art. Like that one looked metallic.
Okay.
And like this one looks like a navigation
Oh,
map.
yeah, that's true.
Let's see, I got a bunch of them in here. Oh, I don't think I got a bunch of the red
Oh.
ones.
I just hit the red one.
Yeah, it's like a shield.
Mm-hmm.
This one's like a tapestry.
It's like it's like a stone carving is what this feels like. Oh, but I see what you're saying. It's like the shape of a shield. Okay.
Yeah, it's
And
like
then Citizen Champion. Yes.
Hey, you
Ring,
can
ring,
get
ring.
one.
I got the
Citizen
foil
Champion.
black. I got the foil black, man.
You can get one Citizen Champion.
I got 2 because that was my first rare in my
I might buy me some of those.
They're good, yeah.
Yep.
Incendiary Oracle. I haven't hit one of her either.
Buy some.
1 in a red for a 2/2 human shaman. Pay 1 in red. She gets +1/0 until end of turn. So she can become pretty powerful. And if she deals damage to a creature, if a creature dealt damage to If a creature dealt damage to her by her would die, I get to exile instead. Oh my god, that was hard to say. Sorry. Wow, that was really painful.
You're on the struggle bus today.
I am. I'm too mesmerized by the cards. Ooh, I got the spider.
Oh yeah, you got
Arasta.
the regular.
That's the special one. We got the. Okay, I don't know where I put it already. Arasta. Is that how you say it? Arasta. There's no H for Arasta.
Last pack, guys.
Ta-da!
Last pack. Let's see what
And
it
it
is.
starts with Underworld Ragehound, which is a cool art. Oh, and that's the first one of those I've hit. The Elite Instructor. And then 2 Omen cards. 3 Omen cards. Ooh.
I'll definitely be buying some
Chainweb Arachnir. A green for a 1/2 spider with reach. With a lot of text. Holy cripes. It has the escape trigger. I'm not even going to finish reading. Heliod's Punishment, which I haven't seen yet. Dream Trawler. 2 white and 2 blue for a 3/5 Sphinx with flying and lifelink. Whenever you draw a card, Dream Trawler gets +1/0 until end of turn. When it attacks, draw a card. So it always bumps itself at least once.
Oh yeah.
No, it bumps itself twice because you have a draw step at the
I've
beginning.
seen tons of decks with that on it already.
Discard a card. Dream Trawler gains hexproof until end of turn and tap it. Ooh. I like the artwork. Can't tell if it's supposed to be above the clouds or above an ocean, but it's really pretty. All right, so those are our
Theros Beyond Death cards. Definitely be buying some singles, I think, from this set. Because there's a lot of things I want to play with.
Boyo has been playing lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of Arena. He is totally into this set. Really liking the enchantments and all the different triggers and the fun things you can do with everything. And I've been watching them and getting some ideas too. So I think the first thing you'll see from us is the unboxing and then the Planeswalkers. And then by then, hopefully you've got all the singletons you want to, mostly, to build your deck from. I probably won't buy any singletons, but will just build from what I have until I know what kind of deck I'm going for.
Yep.
But I think we've got
Everything
a lot to work with.
Yeah. Oh yeah. All right. Thanks for watching, guys.
See you next time.